Deputy President, His Excellency Hatuwezi Kindiki, PS Agriculture, Dr. Paul Rono, DG Food and Technologies, Food and Agriculture, that's Dr. Bruno, our Senator, Mr. Mundigi, MP, Mbeere South, Engineer Norbert Murioki, our Women Rep, Madam Joki, our Speaker, Mr. Deriko, the entire membership of the Assembly, Board of Directors of AFA, and other stakeholders, the County Commissioner, and the entire GAO team, officers from Embu County Government, ladies and gentlemen, na wakulima, Professor, without forgetting me, Professor Mugendi, who is hosting us in this university. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me, Your Excellency, to communicate the message from My Excellency, the Governor of Embu County, who sent her apologies. She will not be with us today, so I'm stepping in for her. I'm the Deputy Governor, so I'm holding brief for Her Excellency, the Governor of Embu County. I'm sure what I'll be communicating, there are issues that most likely could be cross-cutting, because Macadamia issue, Macadamia challenges, they are cross-cutting. What is happening in Muranga could be happening in Kirinyaga, could be happening in Meru. Your Excellency, our chief guest, Embu County is amongst the highest macadamia producing counties, that is both in quantity and quality in Kenya. Macadamia is mainly grown by small-scale farmers, usually as an intercrop with other crops. Unakuta, you have the coffee, you have the tea, so we intercrop. And this happens in the upper Midland areas of the county. That's the tea and coffee zones. It is a major foreign exchange earner and provides employment and income at a household level. And I'm sure this happens not only in Embu, it's in all the macadamia producing counties. Currently, I'm giving an example of Embu so that also maybe the farmers we are from Embu here can see where we are. Currently, 15,860 farmers with at least 10 trees are involved in the enterprise, with a total acreage of 1,525 hectares in Embu, with a total tree amounting to 2,335 and 700. Ladies and gentlemen, productivity average is that kilogram per tree, but with a potential of between 55 to 75 kilograms. That's per annum. Obviously, the production varies depending on the various issues. Number one is the quality of the seedling. The other one is the way the plant is tended, the way that is tended, pruning, manuring, and all those factors. They come into play, and that's what determines the production in terms of quality and quantity. Farmers grow a mix of variety. Those recommended for commercial production are, Director talked about Muranga, Kirinyaga, and the rest. We have in Embu, we grow what you call MRG20, EMB1, KRG15, and KBM3. Your Excellency, since macadamia is mainly grown as an intercrop, farmers rarely apply the recommended agronomic practices, such as manure, fertilizer application, pruning, pest and disease control. However, the macadamia trees benefit as farmers tend to other crops. During establishment, and that's what Mr. Bruno was trying to say, during establishment, few farmers observe the recommended pure stand spacing which is supposed to be 7.5 meters times 7.5 to the average. The low productivity of an average of 30 kilograms per mature tree can be attributed to inadequate application of the recommended agronomic practices. Your Excellency, there are 4 macadamia processors in the county who buy and process macadamia, mainly for export. Processors either buy directly from the registered farmer or the contracted farmers, or through marketing agents. Marketing agents aggregate the produce in rented stores in various markets before delivering to the processors. Processors and their marketing agents are registered by AFA, that's AFA. So we are dealing, is a system that's done in a very professional, obviously, and also within the law. The agents, the farmers, we are very much on the check to ensure that things are done the way they're supposed to be in the law. Although there is need for collective marketing, the existing macadamia farmers cooperative in Embu has very low membership. That is 158 members, and has not started aggregating or rather correcting for marketing. Your Excellency, we're working very hard to ensure that we sensitize our farmers and teach them on the importance of coming together in cooperative. So that's a responsibility in our part as a county government, and we are on it. We shall ensure that, in fact, farmers come together for their own benefit. Let me appreciate the 4 processors who are namely the Privnat. We appreciate you because of the input you have also given. We know that you have some nurseries where you are selling the seedlings to the farmers at a highly subsidized prices. We have the Libuan group, we have Jumbo nuts, and we have the tropical EPZ mark. Your Excellency, those are the main processors in Embu, and we really appreciate them because they have created a job for our people, both at the production, at the factory level, and also through that value chain. Your Excellency, there are some interventions we are doing at the county, and also we know that there are some through collaboration with the national government, county, and also the processors. Some of these interventions, Your Excellency, is the provision of extension services to farmers to improve on the crop productivity. This is done in a collaboration with the processors in the county. Currently, as we talk, there is an ongoing macadamia farmers and extension staff training program on good agricultural practices, also referred to as GAPS, in the county, supported by the following. 1, Center for Promotion of Imports and Development and Developing Countries. That is Center for Promotion of Imports from Developing Countries, CBI. Privnat is also involved in the training, and also we have the tropical EPZ mark. Provisions of free certified seedlings to farmer by the county government is another intervention, and I'm happy, Your Excellency, to inform you that the county has distributed within the last 1 year 40,000 macadamia seedlings to 8,000 farmers across the county. Processors also support registered farmers with the seedlings, as I earlier said. Your Excellency, it's important to highlight a few challenges for your take as you leave this place. The issue of climate change is something that has been in our mouth, has been in our tongues, and is talk that have been there throughout. So the issue of unpredictable weather conditions, which affects flowering and general performance of the macadamia tree, is one of the challenges we have. Second is the pest and the disease, which has lowered the production and nut quality. The other one is crop management. The low application of the recommended agronomic practices, e.g. pruning. For example, pruning, something simple as pruning, it affects the quality and also the quantity of the nut. High costs of farm input, thus making them unaffordable to majority of the farmers is another big issue. Raw producer prices and lack of organized marketing channels is an issue. That's cross-cutting. I think it's happening all over. The requirement that no raw nuts should be exported has worked against farmers as it has rocked out some would-be buyers. Your Excellency, I think you are aware of that. On farm thefts and harvesting of immature nuts, which lowers the nut quality, is another big monster amongst the farmers. Retro or no value addition at farm level, I think, is another issue, Your Excellency. As I conclude, Your Excellency, I wish to report that as a county that is among the leading counties in production of macadamia nuts, we are very keen as a county government to ensure that, in fact, we support our farmers. Also, without forgetting, in Embu County, we have already built a KAIP, County Aggregation Center, in Mashanga. So we are targeting macadamia to be one of the various chains that we are creating, so that we can have farmers doing the processing for sale and branding for sale at the Mashanga KAIP Center. Your Excellency, as I close, allow me to make maybe a few comments, not in relation to the farming now, lakini ningependa kusema, Your Excellency, because I'm under pressure, I'm trying to summarize in a hurry so that I may also communicate to the farmers who are here. Your Excellency yangu, on behalf of Embu County, ni kutoa shukurani kwa kunyenyekea na kwa wingi on behalf of this county. Your Excellency, umesimama na wakulima, na si Embu peke yake. Kenya mzima tumeona ukitembea kona zote trying to support the farmers. And I'm sure out of your effort tumeanza kuona matunda. And we also appreciate you for visiting us many times. And we are praying that you keep on visiting us. The other day we went to Kavotere mill, coffee mill, and I'm happy you promised the farmers, and they are very excited, that there's an audit that you are undertaking so that you can offset the loan that was taken from the commodity funds, and it has been accruing interest over the years. Your Excellency, don't forget that issue is still hanging, and the farmers are still reminding us. The issue of Ugakondo is another issue. They also have another, struggling with another loan, partially borrowed from the commodity fund, and partially, we don't know what happened, but after the audit, we shall be able to establish exactly what happened in the Gakondo factory. Your Excellency, farmers are happy because the price of coffee, the minimum returns on coffee, as you promised last year, so this year, it was above, in fact, what we have been talking about. We have been talking about 100 as a minimum return on coffee. But you see in Embu, even some farmers got as high as 130 plus. So we really appreciate you for that effort. The issue of the subsidized fertilizer, we are sure it has contributed. The other, Your Excellency, I also appreciate, because the price of the milk, you bargained, we have a minimum return of 50 shillings, and we have sustained. There are people who are trying to play mannequin games, and we are on the lookout so that the price of the milk doesn't go down. So with all those things, Your Excellency, you are doing a great job for this county, not only for this county, but for our country. Keep up doing the good job. Finally, I wish to thank you. We know Embu is a mirror growing county, especially in the warm areas. The part of Manyata, Runyenjes, also all of Mbera North and Mbera South. Your Excellency, we are happy because we understand that there's an MP from some place. We wanted to take a motion to the Parliament and brand Mugoka as if to describe Mugoka as if it's a drug but not in the category of mirror. Your Excellency, we are happy for your intervention. We know we have moved ahead of time. We need to talk to the MP, and we know that we have had a meeting with him. Your Excellency, kill that motion as it is, because by allowing that motion to go through, it will affect thousands of farmers who depend entirely on Mugoka. And Your Excellency, the research that was done, Mugoka and mirror is the same thing. These are just different varieties of mirror. So Your Excellency, support us so that our farmers don't suffer out of reckless and selfish kind of actions by some readers. Finally, Your Excellency, allow me to make a statement here. Anyone, a reader from Embu, who is imagining or dreaming that we can get out of the government, aende ambie mama yake hatuwezi toka kwa serikali. Hii serikali, Your Excellency, tulitafuta na shida mingi sana. Nakumbuka Your Excellency ukiwa juu ya roli, tukitembea kaunti hii mzima, ukiwa natuongoza tukitafuta kula under UDA. There's no way we can look for government wakati matunda inagawa tuanze kutoka. Those distractors, people who are saying that or trying to imagine we can get out of the government, waambiwe hatuwezi toka kwa serikali. We are there to stay for the next 3 years and for the next 5 years. Finally, Your Excellency, I'm saying that because a few days ago, there are some masqueraders who are moving in some parts of this county, pretending to be voicing for the mirra farmers. And I was surprised, because I remember the first time we had a problem with the mirra farmers, with Mombasa, when they blocked us from transporting mirra to Mombasa. The leaders who intervened, some of the ones who were talking, were not even there. They went to hiding. Governor was outside the country. I ran the delegation. I was with the CS, now CS Roko. Then he was an MP Mbere. I took Norbert. I traveled with the Jokinjero. I traveled with the Mudigi all over the county. And we were able to give people assurance. We had several meetings at the State House, in the Manzoni, and we were able to contain the situation. So, Your Excellency, those masqueraders, we are not a part of it. We know exactly where the problem for the farmers is. Deal with it as it is. Others, Your Excellency, tunakupenda. Hapa ni nyumbani kwako. Ukisema hata ni table room ama bedroom, hapo tuko sawa. So may God bless you. Mungu awabariki sana. Na I wish you all the best in your deliberation this afternoon. Mungu awabariki sana nyinyi wote. Asante.
Yes, pikia makofi. I know he had a lot of other comments, but because of time, I think